XRP is down again this morning by over 3%. What caused this? What if I told you that the SEC went after yet another company? No, I'm not talking about Kraken. That's old news. Yep, the SEC is going after Paxos and Binance BUSD. Morning everyone out there, and how did you enjoy the Super Bowl last night? XRP, like I said, down over 3%, sitting at 37 cents. We are way under that 40-cent mark before the February 14th CPI data. Don't worry, we'll talk XRP pricing here near the end. Bitcoin 21,616. ETH 1487, BNB, you can see it here on the screen, redder than red, down 5.8% last 24 hours to 293.56. I've got BUSD right here, and you can see they have recently depegged, not that far, but they have depegged, and you can also see right here the market cap action. This is it right here from the action that happened this morning. Now, what happened this morning? Well, the SEC and New York financial regulators decided to take yet another bite out of crypto. Paxos halts BUSD minting as the SEC prepares to serve a lawsuit. Crypto brokerage firm Paxos Trust will end its relationship with Binance for the BUSD stablecoin, as said in a statement. Per the Wall Street Journal, the U.S. SEC plans to sue Paxos Trust for violating investor protection laws. The Wall Street Journal also reported, hold on, it's not just the SEC, everyone, that the New York Department of Financial Services has also ordered Paxos Trust to cease minting Binance's BUSD. So again, if it's not federal regulators, it's state regulators. In a press release shared with Decrypt, Paxos confirmed that it was halting the minting of BUSD and would end its relationship with Binance for the stablecoin. It also made assurances that existing BUSD tokens are fully backed and will be redeemable for at least a year. And if you want the announcement directly from Paxos to make sure that I'm not full of crap, well, guess what? I got it for you. Because as always, any article you see in this video will be linked in the description below. By the way, this news broke this morning. That's why you hit the subscribe button, so you can be one of the first in the know in the crypto world. And we've got a tweet from CZ here. They're going after him any way they can. Remember, if governments can't regulate it and they don't want to outright ban it because that looks bad on them, they can contain it, and they can contain it financially. In a summary, BUSD is issued and redeemed by Paxos. All funds are safe. We are informed by Paxos they have been directed to cease minting new BUSD by the New York Department of Financial Services. Paxos is regulated by them. Well, like I said, going after crypto in more ways than one. But let's get into also why the market is soft right now. We've got the Paxos action. We've got Kraken that just happened. And by the way, with Kraken, the CEO of Kraken said the SEC didn't even warn him. Just came in, issued a fine, said your staking project's done. That's the government regulation action in crypto that we're dealing with. But CPI now has people worried. Why? Because prices of fuel have recently gone up. Food is not going back down. Rent and housing costs aren't going back down. So does this mean we're going to have a CPI that's not going to be juicy this time around? So a CPI number could trigger sell signal for ETH and other cryptos and cause a 17% crash. We could easily see a 17% crash on the softness of volume magnified or amplified by bad CPI data. And I've got the chart for XRP right here up on screen. You can see last several days we have been in a downcline for over a week now. For 1 week, we have pulled back from a high of 40.5 to now 36.9. And we still got CPI data tomorrow to deal with. And that's what that purple vertical line is right here. Hoping to God that XRP gets above 40 cents. It's obviously not going to happen by then. Too much negativity in the market with the SEC and New York Department of Financial Regulators going over Paxos, starting to cut CZ's legs out from under him. Binance's CZ tweeted that users have started migrating to other stablecoins. Binance plans to make product adjustments accordingly, moving away from BUSD as the main pair for trading. However, Binance will continue to support BUSD for the foreseeable future. But now when we swing back over to the price of XRP, we got to think these bad events, okay? I want you to think of what's happening right now with BUSD and Paxos, Kraken, FTX. We're not clawing our way back. In fact, look at this. Here's the main candlestick, right, from when FTX crashed. The low is 36.2. We're right there. We are right there. That's how fragile this market is. The last two plus months, about 2.5 months, have been low volume, price action moving up. But with that low volume, we have zero floor. We have zero support in terms of oomph in that support. Not looking good right now for the crypto market. Yes, CPI data macros, they seem to be backing off a little bit. But you have more enforcement action from the SEC, putting more negative price action. This right here, this movement that I'm highlighting on the screen right here, has to do with Kraken and the SEC going after Paxos and BUSD. This is not a direct reflection of XRP's performance, rather big global events, global regulatory events that are crushing crypto. And again, governments have three choices. They could ban crypto. They won't do that because it'll make them outright look bad. They can make new regs. You tell me what government out there is making regs really quick anytime soon. They don't want to fix the problem. Or they can contain it. And that's what you've been seeing here. Containment strategy by the SEC and other regulators out there putting heavy negative price action on XRP. We can't even get out of our own way. Now, the beginning of 2023 saw us at a low of 32.1. We're still above that by about 15%. But bad CPI data tomorrow. If you get CPI data that's in the sixes, like 6.2, 6.1, forget it. We're going to test that low again of 32 real quickly. Now, if we get data that's juicy, 5.7, 5.8, the lower the number, the better. The markets have a chance to get back to that level that we need it to be at, all right? But granted, we've got more action from the SEC coming down, shutting down, and putting the kibosh on crypto. I'll tell you, the start of 2023 has been very frustrating to cover in terms of crypto and Web3 action. You've got stuff in terms of macros out here which are softening up. All right, I think we all can agree. The worst inflation CPI stuff is behind us. Is it still bad? Yes, of course it's still bad. But the worst is behind us. But the regulatory action out there, SEC, California state regulators, New York state regulators, Alaska regulators. Yeah, that were part of the ones that took a bite out of Kraken. Yeah, Alaska even. So you've got weakening CPI, right? Softening CPI action, which is helping the market out. But you have an increase of regulatory action from the SEC and other alphabet agencies out there. Those two are completely negating each other. In fact, the regulatory action we're seeing, the more aggressive regulatory action, we can go back all the way to the whole Bits Lotto thing, which really crashed the market, right? Even the announcement of Bits Lotto crashed the market. The last three regulatory actions by alphabet agencies out there have actually had more of an impact on crypto than the CPI data here as of late. That's how big enforcement action is by the SEC and others. And we see what's happened to XRP. Every time XRP makes a move on the way up, regulatory action comes, crushes the hopes of the market, right? Knocks down the trust, creates more fear, creates more uncertainty, makes a mess out of everything. And then people are still here going, well, wait a minute. Are we at the bottom yet, or do we have more pain to come? I personally think we've priced in the bottom, but I don't think we're on our way up strong yet. Volume is way too low. Retail traders out there are spooked as all get up right now because every time we turn around, another one of our programs is shut down. Nexo, staking, yield, stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. Where do we go with this as crypto Web3 enthusiasts? Now, my head is filled with all sorts of racing thoughts with all this craziness going on with the SEC and other regulators out there. To keep my head straight, I do this stuff outside of crypto. That's my personal channel. Check it out. It's what I do to keep my head stable in these unstable times. Now, if you want crypto Web3 action, that's this video right here, tailored for you by the YouTube algorithms. I'm going to go get a run in this morning. So until more news breaks, you cool cats, have a great rest of your day.